There is a supplement that I used to recommend to all my nutrition coaching clients that I completely stopped putting in my client protocols. And that's because additional research came out that this supplement basically gives you no benefits. There are actually a lot of supplements out there that won't have a significant or noticeable impact on your overall health or even your weight loss goals. And if you buy them, you're basically handing away money to a company without getting anything in return. And for me as a dietitian on social media, there is nothing more irritating than influencers selling supplements that have essentially no scientific support. When it comes down to supplements, the research matters, and I'm always staying up to date on new research so I can make the best recommendations to my clients and on this channel as well. But with the thousands of supplements and research studies out there, it's hard to know which subs, if any, you should be taking. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through the 4 scientifically proven supplements that I recommend most often, but I'm also going to be sharing 2 supplements that are a total waste of money, including the one that I used to recommend to clients, but I have since changed my views on. So make sure you keep watching for the detailed list. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Andres here, and this week our video is all about supplements. Which ones can you see a significant benefit from, and which ones are a complete waste of money? But first, a quick introduction if you're new here. My name is Andres Ayesta. I am a dietitian who works with career-focused parents, entrepreneurs, and busy professionals who are trying to improve their nutrition, lose weight, and ultimately show up as the best version of themselves every day. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the button below and also tap the little bell icon to be notified when my new videos go live every single week. Now let's get into this week's topic. It is really easy to get caught up in all the hype and marketing around supplements.
I'm going to talk you through the top 3 supplements to help you lose weight quickly.
3 products that can be found on Amazon that helped me go from this to this.
But the reality is that the benefits of most supplements are minimal at best. When I'm coaching clients, what we work on first is making sure their nutrition plan from a whole food standpoint is dialed in to help them reach their goals. Only then I will consider adding supplements to fill any gaps, with some exceptions. It's very important that you don't look to supplements to solve problems that really need to be dealt with nutrition and lifestyle changes. Supplements can fill gaps, but they're not a replacement for a balanced diet, a well-structured training program, adequate rest, and stress management. I'm going to quickly explain the hierarchy of what you need to focus on if weight loss or just overall health is your main goal. This is called the nutrition hierarchy pyramid, and it's not something I came up with. Dr. Eric Helms was the first person that kind of put it together, and I'm just here to show you exactly how it works. The bottom of that pyramid of number 1 is the calorie balance equation, which means how many calories you're consuming versus what you're actually burning. If weight loss is your goal, you need to be in that calorie deficit, meaning that you need to be burning more than you're consuming. No supplement is going to change that. Number 2 is your macronutrient balance, which is the second part of that pyramid, which is how those calories are split between 3 main macronutrients, your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. Number 3 is your micronutrients, aka vitamins and minerals. Then supplements can fill at the very top the gaps that are left, for example micronutrients that some people might struggle to get from their diet. Now that we got those basics covered, I'm going to get into the 4 supplements that many people may benefit from based on the research that's currently available in my 12 years of experience as a registered dietitian and coaching clients. Let's start with number 1, vitamin D. Vitamin D is critical for many functions in the body, including bone growth, reducing inflammation, immune health, reducing the likelihood of depression, and decreasing the risk of colorectal and breast cancer, among many other different areas, including athletic performance. Unfortunately, the research has found that about a quarter or over 25% of the US population is deficient or insufficient in vitamin D, with higher rates in countries that are further north, like Canada or some European countries. The body can make its own vitamin D when the skin is exposed to sunlight. We get vitamin D from the sun. But most people do not get enough sun exposure during the day. If you're living above a latitude of 37 degrees north, your skin makes little vitamin D from the sun except during the summer months. In the summer and in more southern areas, 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure on the face and your arms 2 to 3 times a week will meet most people's requirements. However, this also varies based on the age, skin color, sunscreen use, pollution, cloud cover. Therefore, it's really important to get vitamin D from other sources as well. I would typically go for food sources first, but there are actually relatively few food sources sources of vitamin D. These sources include oily fish, such as salmon, sardines, and herring, red meat, liver, egg yolks, and mushrooms. You can also get some vitamin D from some fortified sources. In the US, milk, including many plant-based milks, and breakfast cereals are the most common foods fortified with vitamin D. The problem with that is foods typically do not have enough, and it's really difficult to get our requirements, particularly if you're deficient, from food alone. Finally, supplementation might be the most effective option for many people because despite fortification or, like I said, eating foods with vitamin D, the deficiency around vitamin D is still an issue. Generally, a supplement with 400 to 1,000 IUs is a good option during the fall and the winter months at higher latitudes, or year-round if you have darker skin or you're like me, Hispanic. Now, with our clients, I do recommend higher doses, typically 2,000 to 5,000 IUs per day. Now, some of the brands that I like include Thorne, Sports Research, and Nordic Naturals. This is not a sponsored video, so I'm not being paid by any of these brands to support them. I just really like them. Now, before you supplement and know how much you take, it's very important that you get your vitamin D levels checked. There's a whole lot of things around that. The next supplement you may consider is omega-3s. A high dose of omega-3 fish oil can help you fill the gap if you're not getting enough omega-3s from food. Omega-3 fatty acids are a type of polyunsaturated fat that are essential for the proper functioning in the body. There are 3 main types of omega-3 fatty acids. They all have pretty long names, so we typically just refer them as ALA, EPA, and DHA. ALA is mainly found in plant oils, while EPA and DHA are commonly found in fatty fish and algae. These fatty acids play crucial roles in various body processes and have several health benefits, including improved heart health, eye health, and joint health. DHA in particular is a major component of the brain and is really important for cognitive function. Some studies even suggest that omega-3 fatty acids may help reduce the risk of age-related cognitive decline and certain neurological disorders. There's a whole website called Omega Research with thousands of research studies showing all the benefits. Plus, omega-3s have anti-inflammatory properties, and they've also been associated with improvements in mental health. So getting enough is extremely important. Now, supplementing with omega-3s, it's a whole world. I can make a whole hour video on this topic. Now, I'm going to try to keep it simple. I'm just going to tell you what to look for in specific omega-3 supplements and a couple of different brands and really show you the differences between them. When we're looking at omega-3 supplements, honestly, a lot of them are not great and they may be a waste of money. I typically recommend triglyceride-based fish oils that contain at least 1,000 milligrams of DHA and EPA combined. If you look at the nutrition facts labels I'm about to show you, let's quickly compare a couple of products. Now, the one on my right is called Nature Made, with a combined DHA and EPA of 500 milligrams. Now, the one on my left, you're going to see a different brand. This one is Nordic Naturals Pro Omega 2000. Now, when you look at the label, you're going to see 2,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined. Don't go cheap with the fish oils. Always look at the labels and find the one that is going to work better for you. And this is a good way to start. Next, supplement number 3 that I recommend is creatine. Creatine is one of the most well-researched supplements to date. And most people think it's just for muscle mass and muscle growth, but it actually has a variety of different benefits. Creatine is a molecule that is stored in muscles and the liver, and it is involved in the energy production process in conditions with high energy demands. These conditions include things such as intense physical exercise, but also mental activity. This supplement has been researched for years in helping people improve strength and muscle mass, reducing body fat, and improving certain markers of performance in athletes. But beyond this, it's also been studied in mental and cognitive health, with data showing it can help reduce mental fatigue, improve memory, and some recent studies have even shown that it can help reduce symptoms of depression, which is fascinating. In terms of drawbacks of creatine, you may notice a slight weight increase in the scale due to water retention, but this is often a short-term effect. Now, when it comes down to dosing and the type of creatine, first I would recommend creatine monohydrate. There's a lot of other brands like creatine alkaline and all those different things like that do not have nearly as much research, even though they market them as like increased absorption and this was better for you. I go based on the amount of data that is available. Now, I recommend 3 to 5 grams a day, and that is the recommended dose in the literature. No higher dose loading phase is really necessary. Anyone can benefit from taking creatine, both men and women, but the populations that need it the most include vegetarians and vegans, as they don't consume creatine-rich foods like meat, which, by the way, creatine is found in foods. The last question I get a lot about creatine is whether it's safe for your kidneys. And for people with healthy kidneys, long-term supplementation with creatine is completely safe. But if you happen to have kidney problems, make sure you consult with the physician before taking creatine. Now, finally, the last supplement, the number 4, that has really really strong scientific support, it's magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that plays a role in more than 300 reactions in the body, and it contributes to muscle and nerve function, energy production, blood pressure regulation, bone health, among other different things. In your diet, magnesium is found in leafy green vegetables such as spinach and kale, nuts and seeds like almonds and pumpkin seeds, whole grains, legumes, and some types of fish. Now, many people struggle to get enough magnesium from food. That's why I like to recommend the supplement to many of my clients. Getting enough magnesium is super important to support muscle function, bone health, heart health, energy production, and blood sugar regulation. Specifically, I like to use a magnesium glycinate format. There's a ton of different types of magnesium, and usually what they change is in the absorption or how they actually go from your gut into your bloodstream and even your brain. Magnesium glycinate has a calming effect that can support your sleep, which is why I recommend to take it at night. Of course, it's really important to address the common causes of poor sleep first, like blue light exposure in the evening or not having a nighttime wind down routine. But a supplement might be something to consider if you're struggling with sleep, eating with healthy eating habits in the first place. Okay, now that we covered 4 supplements that I recommend, let's get into 2 supplements that I think are a complete waste of your money. So the supplement I mentioned earlier that I used to recommend, but now I no longer include in the supplement plans for my clients, based on the most recent research, it's BCAAs, or branch chain amino acids. I used to take this stuff all the time. These are a group of 3 essential amino acids, which means your body does not produce them naturally, and you have to get them from food, and they have a branch molecular structure. The 3 BCAAs are going to be leucine, which is known for its role in promoting muscle protein synthesis. Leucine, it's kind of like the director of an orchestra. It kind of orchestrates all the events and cascaded reactions that are needed or necessary for promoting muscle protein synthesis. Isoleucine, involved in energy regulation and hemoglobin production, and also valine, which is important for maintaining nitrogen balance and preventing muscle breakdown. So what did I stop recommending it? In a recent systematic review done in 2022, which combined a few studies, in the context of a high protein diet, the effects of BCAAs on muscle growth, recovery, and fat loss, which is the main reason many people are taking it or recommending them, the effect of supplementing with BCAAs was negligible. This means that if you're consuming a higher protein diet daily, which contains BCAAs, particularly if you're taking in high quality protein like meat sources or animal-based sources, adding more will not benefit you in any type of way. Rather than spending $30 to $40 a month on BCAAs, focus on getting high quality protein sources. I would even say that even a protein powder is a better investment. The second category of supplements that is a complete waste of your money is fat burners. You may have seen supplements on the shelves at health food stores like Lean Shred Extreme or Fat Destroyer 360. Okay, I'm kidding. I don't really know if those exist. I think I just made those names up. But did I? But I'm sure you've seen something similar. And you may have wondered if these kinds of supplements will help you lose weight faster. So I'm going to break it down for you. To start, one big issue with fat burners is they're largely unregulated, which is the same case for most supplements anyway. This means manufacturers can pretty much put whatever they want in them and are not required to list all the ingredients on the package. They get away with this by actually putting something called proprietary blends, which it doesn't really tell you exactly how much of something they're putting in. And because they're unregulated, manufacturers can also make claims about their effectiveness without the research to back it up. Another big issue, while some of the ingredients in these products like caffeine and green tea extract may speed up your metabolism, which means cause you to burn more calories, their effect is likely to be minimal or acute, which means it doesn't last long. It may not lead to actual fat loss. In fact, when you look at these 4 studies on screen, results are similar in that your energy expenditure goes up, so you burn a bit more calories, yes, but none of them actually found fat loss in none of their subjects. Taking fat burners is not going to solve the problem and you're still eating too many calories. And finally, the side effects. Since the main ingredient in many of these fat burners is a high dose of caffeine, taking these supplements can trigger anxiety, diarrhea, and withdrawal symptoms in some people. Other side effects associated with these products include constipation, nausea, and sleeping problems. Instead of fat burners, you need to go back to basics when it comes down to fat loss. So that means you have to prioritize your protein and your fiber, you gotta minimize your sugar consumption, and you gotta exercise regularly to create that calorie deficit, which will result in fat loss without spending any extra money on diet pills and suffering the side effects of them. That is a wrap in today's video. But as a quick recap, the science-backed supplements that you may want to consider adding to your diet to elevate your health include vitamin D, fish oil, or another type of omega-3 supplement, creatine, and magnesium. As for what to avoid, if you want to save money, it's completely unnecessary to take BCAAs or fat burner supplements to improve your health or lose weight. But of course, one final but important comment, make sure you always consult with a dietitian or a physician before starting a supplement, as this isn't really personalized medical advice that I'm sharing in this video or on my channel in general. So So that's just a quick disclaimer that I need to make sure that I put in there. If there are any supplements that you're curious about and you want to know more, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to share more about the specific supplements and the research behind it that you may be interested in taking. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, where I'm sharing evidence-based nutrition tips, make sure you like this video to let me know, and also subscribe to my channel so you're not missing out on any of my future videos that come out, or go back and watch some of the ones that I have previously posted. We'll see you back in next week's video.